I know that I love how they do that now. Okay. I am going to record because I do know that there are several people that have sent me a message and asked because noon time did not work for them today. So noon central time. We'll give it just good 25 seconds here. So first off, who is watching? Those Iowa State fans, my central located people. Who is watching the game this weekend and who are you cheering for? Comment over in the chat. I'm going to see how many Iowa State fans we have. I am Iowa State all the way. We actually have an Iowa State bus that we have owned now for, I believe it's been 19 years. Correct me if I'm wrong, Tasha. Along with, well, the executive Tasha is one of our owners that we own with. And we have, I think there's 3 other couples. And so we have done that now for 19 years. And we're leaving at 6 a.m. to hit the big game tomorrow. Us ladies do not want to leave at 6 a.m., but our husbands are all saying we have to. So comment below. Okay, Iowa State, go State. Yes, I feel like we have more Cyclone fans than we do Iowa fans. This is exciting. Oh, go Hawks, Jill. Jill. Yes, okay. Awesome. All right, you guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. If you still want to comment who you're cheering for tomorrow, go ahead. But Tasha has her shirt on today. Yes, she did, but she must have changed because she looks different now. All right, you guys. So I'm super excited. I'm just going to give so this is going to be really, very open. Everybody can unmute, ask away, but I'm just going to start with a couple of reminders. First and foremost, if you guys, well, first, again, welcome all of you. Thank you so much for joining. We are super excited for all of our new reps that we've added over the last 10 days. What is it? The 9th today? I don't even know. What's the date today? The 10th, over the last, 9 days. So we are so excited. We've had over 300 people join our Connect team, you guys, in the last 10 days. So amazing. I just love it. I love that our community is growing bigger. And I love the fact that Zaya does so much to help grow our teams. And they have launched this amazing promo that is so good. I have been a rep a little over 2.5 years now, and never have they done this in the 2.5 years that I have been a rep. So I know that they're always listening to us. They're always asking for suggestions, asking for things, different ways to grow our team. I know corporate reached out yesterday and asked what could we do to spice up the starter kit. I was like, oh my gosh, I love the fact that they're reaching out and reaching to us because we're the ones out there working the business and repping the brand. And so they do really pay attention to what our wants and needs are. So super excited about that. So I want to touch really quick on the promotion. So you guys, this promotion is so good. It's such a great way to put extra cash in your pocket, earn that starter kit cost back, get your business going in a big way right away. So those of you that started before September, I know several of you are working towards a chance to earn that extra $5,000. So they are doing a promotion right now that in the month of August, September, or October, if you signed on 3 reps, sold $2,500 personally, so your personal sales, you're going to get an extra $750 bonus. Plus, if you do it all 3 months, so if you do it in August, in September, in October, they're going to give you an extra $5,000 bonus, which is so incredible. Also, on top of that, if you do it 2 times in the month, they're going to give you an extra $750 times 2. If you do it 3 times, they're going to give it to you 3 times. Also, those of you that just signed up in September, so within the last 9 days, because we're not through all of the 10th yet, in the last 9 days, they are going to give you that $750 bonus as well, but they're going to double it if you, in the month of September, sign up 3 reps and sell $2,500 personally. Now, you new reps that are on here, comment over in the comments if you're new, if you just signed up in September, how excited you are, who your sponsor is. I love to hear that. And I know that sometimes when you sign up as a new rep and you get all of this overload of information, sometimes it's overwhelming, and you may think that, oh my gosh, I could never sign up 3 reps and sell $2,500 in the month of September or October. You guys, you can. Mark my words when I say that. When that momentum is going and you start having parties and you launch your business and you book your calendar, you are going to be so surprised how much can duplicate and how that momentum can cause that ripple effect where things just start happening. And you can totally do this. And they're helping you by adding 2 extra bonus items in the starter kit. This is like, so, I mean, we should be shouting this out to the rooftops, like for the next, how many days left do we have of that? We have all of today, so that's 1, tomorrow, Sunday, Monday, and all of Tuesday. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, including today, to get that information out there about the 2 extra bonus items. Now, I have had just this morning several people that were texting me, messaging me saying, are they going to extend that bonus? Do you know? I don't know. But if I had to say, I'm going to say no. The reason it was extended this week is because they want to give those people a chance that just signed up that the first week of September an opportunity to share the bonus items and add reps to their team. So, but don't like say Megan said they're not going to extend it, because they could extend it, you guys. We have no way of knowing. No one has any way of knowing. But if I were you, I would work this business as those bonus items will not be in the kit after the 14th, because it's such a great way to share the kit and say, hey, if you sign up, you're going to get these 2 free, I keep saying free, but bonus items in the kit, because technically they are 3. They're throwing it in there for the same cost of the $295. So you guys, also that $100 gift card is something you want to make sure you are letting your reps know that that $100 gift card is in the starter kit. They can use that on their own shopping link. So once you become a rep, you're going to create a shopping link for your launch party, for your first parties, for your VIP page. They can use that $100 gift card on their own shopping link and get commission, plus fill that link for rewards. That is huge. That's basically like saying, hey, we're giving you $100 and then we're going to pay you a commission on top of it. And then you're going to get free and half off items by using it on your own shopping link. So if I'm confusing you with that and you're new, your sponsor is going to walk you through all of that step by step. But it's awesome. Like, it's such an amazing thing that they allow us to do that. So those are just a few things I wanted to touch on really quick. Most importantly, if you are a new rep, the most important thing you can think right now is party, party, party. If you have not had, if you were not a hostess and became a brand new rep without using your hostess credits, you want to make sure your sponsor is working with you immediately to have a launch party. Do not be scared to think that you're going to have this be thrown into this launch party and have to do this launch party on your own. Your sponsor is going to run this launch party for you, or run it hand in hand with you and help you through all of that. So that is the most important thing. And then if you are a rep that signed up from being a hostess, so you just had a party, the most important thing you can do is book a party. Like, I always tell my new reps before I even train them, I just say, the first thing you need to worry about is getting a party booked. And then I will walk you through step by step how to set up this party and how to get it going. But don't overload them with all of this training. The most important thing is that they book a party, because how they're going to learn and how you're going to launch your business is the party. They're going to learn everything from that party. Like, just getting that party booked is the most important thing. So you're going to reach out to your sister, your cousin, your mom, your friend, and say, hey, I just started this business. Be my first party. Get that party booked. And then everything is going to fall into place. You don't have to know everything right away. Trust me. How to do a return. Once it comes up, your sponsor will walk you through that process of that. How to close out a party. Once that part of the business comes up, your sponsor is going to walk you through that. So those are the things that I wanted to just touch on really quick. And then if you're not signed up for Dash to Director, sign up. It's marked in the announcements on our Connect page. Sign up, sign up, sign up. Plug into as much as you can. the more you can plug into this team and this business, the more motivated you're going to be, the more inspired you're going to be, the more you are going to want to work your business if you are plugged in. So use the time in your car, use the time when you're showering, when you're walking, to plug into trainings, to plug into things that maybe you don't have time to do as they're happening. All right, you guys, that is what I wanted to touch on really quick. And then this is just going to be no worries that you're late. That's awesome that you're jumped on. This is just going to be an open question and answer session for you guys, new or existing reps that have been here for some time now, to ask questions. Unmute yourself. Don't be shy. Ask away things that maybe you're unsure of and how to work your business. But if you can't find also the information on trainings that we have, a lot of stuff is marked in announcements. And then we also have file tabs on our Connect page, which has tons of training for new reps. In your back office, there's also under company files, new rep training. There's all sorts of trainings that Sam Higginson has done from other teams with other leaders that are really incredible trainings to plug into as well. Our summit that just got over, those trainings were just emailed out last night. I believe they were emailed out last night. So those can be shared with anyone. So new reps, if you want to plug into those summit trainings, you can do so. So Cami is multitasking. Yes, Cami, that's awesome. Okay, so anyone who has a first question or anything that you want to jump into right now? We're only going to do this until 1 o'clock, and then we'll jump off. And if no one has questions, then I'm just going to keep talking, but someone ask a question so I don't have to keep talking. Anyone have anything that you want to talk through or questions about how to get started, how to get going? We did our first Dash to Director new rep training Monday or Tuesday of this week. So if you have not listened to that, make sure that you plug into that as well. We go through the 4 simple steps of building our business. You're going to hear people on this team talk about that all the time, about how to launch your business with the 4 simple steps. So make sure that you get plugged into that as well. How many new reps are on here right now since 8/1, since August 1st? Looking back, okay, so we've got a question coming in. Okay, now I'm getting, okay, looking back from when you first started, what is the one thing you would recommend to everyone? Okay. The one thing that comes to my mind that I would say is, and I said this on the call the other night, do not get in your own way and prejudge the outcome of what others are going to say when you share the opportunity with them. We are so scared and so fearful of sharing the opportunity because we're scared of someone saying no, that we get in our own way and we don't do it. That is what I would say, because even at a presidential rank, or even at where I'm at in my business right now, I still have those fears, you guys. And I still get in my own way, and I constantly have to work through believing in myself and getting out of my own way. And that would be what I would say if I could go back and start over, because there's people that have joined other people's teams that I was too scared to ask to join my team. So, because if you don't ask them, somebody else is eventually going to, and you're going to kick yourself because they're going to end up being on either someone else's customer, someone else's hostess, or someone else's rep. So you have to get that fear out of, I always say, like, share the opportunity, because if you don't share it with them, you're potentially taking that opportunity away from somebody that could change their life in some way. And it doesn't have to be financially. So if you don't share it with them, you're never giving them that opportunity to even know if this could be something that could bless their life in some way. And so I would say that's the number one thing I would say. Lindsay.
Can I chime in on that, Megan, and say one other thing? I would say one thing that my opinion on that is to don't overthink things. I know I might just be jumping in, but in the beginning, I would overthink literally everything. Overthink, oh gosh, I shouldn't ask her. Basically, exactly like what Megan is saying, like prejudging people. But not only that, but overthinking what picture I was going to post, overthinking if I needed to run a promo, overthinking if I should put lip gloss on before I went live. Don't do it. Like, I come on at all stages of the day. So I said, yes, I've changed into outfit number 2. I've showered, put makeup on, but just do it. Don't overthink things. Overthinking just kills the vibe. Like, if it's in your gut and you think you should do it, just do it. Don't overthink. So I just wanted to add that in.
No, I love it. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. It looks like Megan had a question. If I had one friend say she was maybe interested in joining, I sent her the promos both last week and this week. She is not responding now. What do I do? I'm not sure what to do there. Okay, so I would ask Megan if you have voice messaged her yet. If I sent a promo image to someone and they didn't respond, and then I sent it again and they didn't respond, I would next send them a voice message and say why you're sending that. And if they hear it in your voice, it's so much better than just reading a message. And never get worried about someone not responding to you. And I have the perfect example just this morning of a message. I'm going to read it to you all so you know that I'm not blowing smoke up your fannies. Okay. I sent a message to someone on August 17th with that very thing, the image of, you see it here, the image of the starter kit, to a potential, and said I had shared information with her too, but when I get a new starter kit, I always send it as a follow-up, like, hey, just passing on the new starter kit that started today. This was August 17th. Just today, I got a message at 6:50 this a.m. Hey, I'm so sorry I never responded. Life was crazy, blah, 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 blah. So that was how many days ago, and they didn't respond. So a lot of times we look at that like, oh my God, they didn't respond. It must be a no. A no, like someone not responding is not a no. I always say that again. A no is not a no. It's just not right now. So don't get hung up on someone not responding and think, oh, I'm not going to message them again because they didn't respond. As we all know on here, our lives are so busy. We see messages and sometimes we just don't respond because we get busy doing other things. Always follow up. And I would always follow up with a voice message, because when they hear the excitement in your voice and the reasons why you're sharing the starter kit with them or the opportunity with them, they're so much more apt to respond with that voice message versus just an image. And that's just my opinion.
And Megan, did you see Megan's question? She hasn't voice messaged before. Sorry guys, I'm in the car on my way to Minnesota. But if you go into your Facebook Messenger, you'll see, I don't even know if I could do this. You'll see like a little microphone. You probably can't see that. If you go into your Facebook Messenger, you'll see a little
Oh, Jackie, you're kind of cutting out, Jackie.
Icon, and you just touch that and just start speaking.
Okay, sorry. Megan, Jackie, you're cutting out. I don't know if she could hear us.
Sorry.
That's okay. You're freezing up, Jackie. Yeah, you must be in an area where you're kind of freezing. Sorry, we kind of got. Did you get that, Megan? Megan, I can see you. Megan, you're in your car too. Jackie and Megan are both in their cars. Megan, so in what Jackie was trying to say in your message, like down here, there's this little microphone and you just tap on it and then you hit record. So like you would record the message and then hit send, and then it's kind of like when you're texting and doing a voice message, it's almost the same way. So that's what I would suggest, reaching back out to them and voice messaging a message to them. Thank you, Jackie. Oh, sorry, Megan. I see that you commented. You got it. Okay. Voice message, private voice messaging with your sponsor. Okay, there's. Okay, what do you do when you feel like you're hitting a wall of no's trying to get parties booked? Okay. So this happens to me all the time because I've obviously been doing this for a while now, and I struggle with it every month. You know, like, okay, I got to get more parties booked. I need to book more parties. I go back and do a ton of follow-ups. So do you go back and follow up with old parties that you have done, old hostesses, people in those old parties that may not have ordered? So following up with all of my old parties. Or I will follow up with, I'll go into my VIP page. This is a big one. Go into your VIP page, look at all of your members and follow up with all of your members. Even those members that have never bought anything, they've never commented, they've never liked, but they're still in your VIP, I would follow up with those people as well. So mine is doing a ton of follow-ups. So people that said no to me 60 days ago, 90 days ago, 120 days ago, I will go back and follow up with those people. Okay, guys, I'm just trying to make sure. Okay, so Joey just shared another example of what I just shared with my message this morning. So a friend reached out to me asking about Zaya, seemed pretty excited that she wanted to join. She texted me back today a week later after reading through everything and said this: "Hi, Joey. Sorry it's been a week since I texted you. I just wanted to let you know I decided not to be a Zaya rep. Sorry. I will be sure to buy something from you though. Do you just let things go or do you try and convince? Obviously, I don't want to push too much." So I would let her become a customer, Joey. Get her on your VIP page. Let her see the community. I wouldn't, if she's saying no, I wouldn't push it right now, but I would get her as a customer, get her into some items. Has she hosted a party? If she hasn't hosted a party, I would definitely be like, okay, great. Thank you for getting back to me. I'm so excited that you want to try some Zaya. I would love to host a party for you and so that you can earn some free and half off. Instead of being a rep, let's get you in some items. You know, it's super, super easy. You don't have to do hardly anything. I'll take care of everything. Just add your people to the group. Like get her hosting a party, get her into the community, get her into Zaya, and then definitely down the road, again, follow up with her. Because like I said before, most everyone before they become a rep says no to becoming a rep. Like Joey, you said no how many times? I don't even know where you are, Joey, but Joey said no. Like Tasha wanted her to be a rep. I'm like, you know, like Joey would be such a good rep. We're like, I know. And then finally, Joey, after you seen the community and you wearing Zaya, you were like, yeah, I love this stuff. I want to be part of it. And now you're balls to the walls. So just because this girl says no, doesn't mean she's always going to say no, but get her watching you, get her, you know, into the clothing, and then things could turn around. Or she may just become an awesome customer.
Can I add something, Megan?
Thank you.
Yeah.
So I'm dying to know what her objection is because she came to Joey. She wanted to know information about the opportunity. So is it her boyfriend or husband in her ear? Is it her best friend saying, oh my gosh, I'd never wear Zaya? Like, I'm dying to know what the objection is, because if you know that, then you can help her overcome that obstacle, whatever it is, because something's in her head right now, and she never gave you what it is. So that's, I'm dying to know what that is.
Yes, good point, Robin. Yeah, Joey, have you asked her? Have you said, can I just ask why you decided no?
Well, she literally just texted me back 10 minutes ago. But when I played volleyball with her and she reached out to me, and she just said, how did you get into selling Zaya? So then I told her yada yada, and then after that she said she's my age or a little bit younger, and she said my husband Alex or Austin, he said, you know, maybe find a way to earn some more money on the side, that kind of thing. So it was him, which is great. He was trying to tell her like, hey, if you could, you know, we could use extra income. So and then she just said to me, this was before, she said, I'm just a little worried I won't be good at selling things and just about how much I would have to spend on clothes for myself, you know. But I don't, because I don't own any Zaya things at all. Just how long would it take to even, you know, keep building my closet and whatever. And I said, I gave her a good response. I said, you would be so good at it. Austin can definitely support you too, especially when he's telling you to do these things. And then I said, the spending money on clothes is more so your personal preference. You don't have to have all of the clothes. That's not really a worry that you have to think of. I said, you can just get what you want and when you want with your starter kit. Right now you get 7 items and $100 gift card on top of that. And with that as well, you will get your launch party. It'll get you free rewards for free and half off clothes. So.
Yeah, that's perfect. And I would just share too, like, I always tell people, like, you don't need to. So I don't know if you guys know. So in our upline is a gal named Ellie Kruger. Really quick story. She owns hardly any Zaya, and she is a presidential. You don't have to buy I mean, I shouldn't say she owns hardly any. I mean, she has Zaya, but she doesn't order like every single release day, or that's why I always tell people, like, you don't have to have the new releases. Like, I just had a rep ask me the other day, like, should I be ordering all the new releases? Absolutely not. No. Like, do not do what you're seeing from other reps. Do what's comfortable in your own financial situation. And that is why we have this community. The marketing page is amazing. Like, you can share so much. So I would tell her that, like, this community is so awesome. Like, we would never, the beauty of Zaya is you don't have to own inventory. You have to purchase the starter kit. And after that, it's completely up to you what you want to buy and when you want to buy it. And the inventory never is in our homes. It's always straight from the warehouse to the customer, straight from like, we're not touching the inventory. So, I mean, I would kind of hype that stuff up too, that like you felt like, use your own example. Like, I felt like that when I first started too. And as I have been able to work the business, I'm constantly cashing out hostess links for myself, like explain all of that to her. But I think, yeah, you've said all of the right things. But yeah, make sure she knows that there's so much community here that you don't have to own, multiple pieces of Zaya to be able to work this business.
Yeah.
Can I chime in on one thing that I heard when Joey, when you were reading what she said to you, the thing that stuck with me is she said, I don't think I'd be good at selling.
Yep.
The word selling is so scary. Like,
Right.
I did not want to sell anything. I was so scared to sell something. And that comes with that stigma of, I don't want to be the person who's like that, like car salesman, But then when you flip it and you take the word selling out of it and you just remind people that what we really are doing is sharing something that we all love. Like, if you're walking in Starbucks this morning with your best friend to get coffee and she's like, oh my gosh, I love your leggings. You're like, oh, I got a girl. Like, I love my leggings. I buy Zaya. You're sharing it and you're making someone else the commission. So I really teach, like, at least I always bring it up, like, take the word selling out of anything that we do. And if someone comes back with that, I always talk about, like, you are sharing stuff you love every day. And you're referring people into stores every day, into other people every day, to your hair girl every day. Like, you are sharing what you love. And when you take the word sell out of it, because sell is a scary word. And that little voice in someone's head that's like, you can't sell. Like, you don't know, what do you do? Like, you can't sell. So I would say, I would definitely somehow touch on that in my own way, besides the fact that she doesn't have to carry inventory, because that's huge. That we are not, I never in 2 years have thought that I sell something. I think that I share something that I love. And that I feel has been part of why this team has been successful. So I say share, not sell. Because when you said that, that was the first thing I only heard. I'm like, she's afraid. She's afraid to sell. And that is a big thing. So I say share, not sell.
Okay. Thank you.
Awesome. This is awesome, you guys. I love this. Okay, let's see here. I'm trying to go back through the. Okay, so Autumn, if someone who hosted a party with you a few months ago and they decided to be a rep, how do you go about the launch party? I've heard different things. Do I transition the party to a VIP? Do I ask for, do I do a small launch? What are your thoughts? So if I have a rep that joined that had a party, just had a party, and then they joined up, obviously we're not going to just have another one. But if I have a rep that joined that was a previous hostess, I always ask them how they want to go about their launch. I say, here's the thing. We have to get your business going like ASAP. So we either do another launch or you book a party ASAP. And I'm going to walk you through how to do that party. So either way, they have to have one or the other to get them going. So it's either we relaunch you and get you going, or you're going to book a party and we're going to get you going that way. Because if you let them sit without a launch party or a party book, they're sitting. So when reps start, they're super excited. The momentum's high. we have to have them jump in one way or the other. Launch party, party. It's either they book a party with someone and you're going to walk them through how to do it, or we're going to relaunch them. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I always ask them, and if they're like, I'm struggling trying to find someone that's a host party, I'll say, okay, let's do a launch party. You can use their existing VIP. I always like to start fresh. That's just my opinion, because I feel like their old party gets lost in the new party. And so I always just start fresh. I don't know if anybody else has anything. You're welcome, Autumn. Okay. So the big thing is, you guys, when you sign up a new rep, or you new reps that are on here right now, be thinking in your mind, how do I start my business? How you start your business isn't knowing everything in the back offices, isn't learning every training thing. It's party. It's to get you going. It's the party. It's either you're going to launch with a launch party, or you're going to ask someone to host a party for you, and your sponsor is going to help you every step of the way with that first party. And now, you existing reps that are signing up new reps, you better be making sure you're adding them to existing parties you're having, that you're adding them to your current parties so they can watch. I run across so many reps that aren't adding their new reps to some of their parties. That's the best way for them to learn, to watch you. So even if they're having their own parties right away, still add them to some of your parties in the beginning, just so they can watch and learn. And then as they get going and you're like, okay, they're off and going on their own, then you don't have to keep doing that. But in the beginning, I always add my new reps to like 2 or 3 parties that I'm having. And then I'll ask them, do you want me to keep adding you? I can sure keep adding you, but if not, I won't. You know, give them then the choice. Okay. Let's see.
Can I chime in on that just real quick?
Yeah.
In terms of the adding into new parties and stuff, I'm a newish rep. I'm under, my sponsor is Christy Scoopus. My name is Ashley Regal. Sorry, I've got a baby on me, so he may lose his mind. But I wanted to chime in terms of getting those parties started. Christy had me go ahead and start with Post My Party. I went from hosting a party with Christy just to launching my own VIP group in that party that I had hosted. And I am actually currently right now just hosting my first party, but I front loaded all of my Post My Party stuff, and it has been a complete game changer. Like, speaking as a mom who's home alone with a 6-month-old, like, my schedule changes at the drop of a hat. So my availability is kind of, his availability, and having that Post My Party, it was a lot of work front loading. But it has been an absolute game changer. So I know Christy has done some trainings on that, and even like some troubleshooting trainings with it. But just speaking as a new rep, coming in and going, how am I going to get a party going? How am I going to manage that? Like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to do. That has been such a great tool.
I am so glad you brought that up, because I'm so like, I feel like Post My Party just goes hand in hand with a party. And so I forget to mention it. I would never have been able to do this business without Post My Party. And I'm not kidding when I say that. I was working full time at the time when I first started. My husband owns his own business, 4 kids, as we all are busy in our different ways of life. Without Post My Party, I would not have been able to do it. So I thank you for bringing that up. So I think when new reps get started, it is overwhelming, because I think a party is going to take so much time. But I'm Post My Party was a game changer for me. There's SendShare, there's other things that you can use besides Post My Party. You don't have to do Post My Party, but yes, I strongly encourage you to use something to pre-schedule your party posts. Absolutely. Thank you, Ashley, for sharing that.
You bet.
Let's see. Okay, let's see what else. What else am I missing in the chat? I got to go back and yes, Post My Party. And honestly, you guys, sometimes that is such a good thing to bring up to prospects when you're talking about adding reps to your team. Sometimes we fail to. So, like Robin just brought up, we need to ask them why. Like, if someone says no, well, what is it? Like, can I ask why you're saying no? And if it's a time thing, always share that we use Post My Party or SendShare, or you pre-schedule through Facebook your posts. Because I think sometimes people see us and they think that Zaya reps are like, I mean, we're on our phones a lot, but they think we're like glued to our phones, like posting all day long. And so that's one thing I always share with prospects is like, I'm not posting these all day. These are all pre-scheduled, a very minimal charge for this service. I would show you and share with you my templates to get you going. So sometimes that then changes people's minds too, like, oh, really? Like, because they don't know that we're using that. So that is definitely something I would always bring up to your prospects when sharing this. Because the number one objection is I'm too busy. Like, I can't fit this in my life. And so that's something that we definitely need to make sure we're sharing. Is there a training somewhere on helpful tips post? I feel like when I'm spending time. Yes, so we have several marked on our Connect page in the company files. There's some, I know Mariah did one, I did one. And then ask your sponsor as well, because I know leaders like Christy and Tasha, they've done their own types of trainings as well. So they may have something available to you as well, different than what Mariah and I have done. But there are several Post My Party trainings for sure. Yes, you're welcome. Let's see, is there a chance? Okay.
One thing to add on Post My Party too, you guys, I even tell that in my parties that I'm running. When I do my introduction, that's actually part of my introduction. I kind of tell them, warn them even that they're going to see a lot of me. And I just tell them up front that my posts are pre-scheduled. So it does, they almost, otherwise, like Megan said, they think, gosh, all this person does is sits on their phone the entire day. So it kind of even tells your group up front that, hey, wow, this was actually not that hard. I could do what she's doing. So just wanted to add that.
That's a great idea. So you always want to talk about like the opportunity of being a rep, and that's a great idea, Tasha, because right away they're going to be like, because remember when I said it has to be duplicable, they have to be watching you thinking I can do what she's doing. So if someone is watching Tasha thinking, holy shit, she's on her phone all day long, I can't do this at my job. I'm a teacher, like I can't be on my phone. Yeah, that's a great point. Like make sure to bring that up right away so they watch her thinking, oh, okay, so these are all pre-scheduled. I can do what she's doing. Yes, and summit videos were emailed out today. Okay. What else, you guys? What other questions did I miss up in the chat? Okay, so how far out do you pre-schedule your VIP posts? Does anyone want to comment on that? I know like several of you pre-schedule your VIP posts. Does anyone that does that want to answer that question?
I mean, I pre-schedule when I remember the night before, unless I'm going out of town. So when I went to Salt Lake City, I front-loaded a lot of posts. When I went to Mexico, I tried to knock out like 3 or 4 days, at least 4 posts a day. Anyone who follows me knows that I am a poster. I post 6 to 8 posts a day. It is non-negotiable for me. That moves my business and moves my algorithm. So before I left on vacation, I will front load at least 3 to 4 posts, because even when you're on vacation, my team notifies me if I get a restock. That's like my next post, and I'll highlight something. But I will front load enough posts to, at least if I didn't get to my phone that day, it's running. But before I go to bed at night, especially us busy moms and we're momming hard, I will try to put 3 or 4 posts up before I go to bed. And if I don't get to it, when I get ready for my workout in the morning at 5:30, I will preload 3 or 4 posts at 5:30 in the morning. And I know my day is good until restocks or new releases, and I go on with my day. I don't even think twice about it. We have so many tools here that if you're new, none of us ever knew how to use Facebook. Any leader you see on this team, any girl you're comparing yourself to, or you're worried you're not going to be as good as what she's doing, we all started exactly where you are today. I always say, where I am, you will be, and where you are, I was. I was the girl that was like, Jackie, I was lost. I gave up my Post My Party. I turned it off because I couldn't figure out how to use it. And Jackie had to meet me for coffee to teach me how to use it. There's so much technology that we can use that allow us to have a life and not be on our phone all day. So even if I have to do a scheduler in the morning when I work out, I will go to my other gals' pages on my team and get inspired for some post ideas if I'm like slow on the brain at 5:30 in the morning, and schedule 3 or 4 posts, and I'm good until 1, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And then that night, if I have a slow night, I will schedule all my posts for the next day. I try not to front load too much unless I'm out of town, because when we get restocks, it gives us content. So we don't have to think so hard about, oh my gosh, I talk about the Havana tank all the time. So I try to front load as much that allows our restock pictures to get set. And if we have a restock with like 10 restocks, you've got content now, unless it sells out, for 4 days. So I kind of just try to roll it that way. But you guys can use Scheduler when you're brushing your teeth in the morning or getting ready for work. It's that simple. You just have to do it.
Love it. Yes, and Autumn brought up a good thing. She uses sitting down for 30 minutes on a Sunday and dedicating that time to scheduling out the whole week. I love that too. Yeah, whatever works for you and your schedule. Thank you, Christy. VIP queen. Okay, let's see here. Angela, I can't thank you all enough for giving me hope. I am doing my launch this week and keep wondering how in the world I'm going to do this. I know I can, but there's always that little. Yes, I love that you just said that. Oh my gosh, see, I'm like the most emotional person on the planet. That like gets me teary-eyed, because I remember having those same feelings. Like Christy said, we were all in that same boat. I never went live. I was so scared to go live. I'm like, I will never go live because I'll say something stupid. I'll look stupid. I re-recorded my videos over and over again, had to have the perfect picture. And that's the beauty of Zaya. It gives you confidence that you never thought that you would find. And it's just amazing. So I love that you said that you will be able to do this, I promise. And you are going to make mistakes and you are going to fail at times. And that's what's going to bring you success. It's failing through and failing and failing and failing and failing and failing your way to success. So thank you for sharing that. Let's see, in the mornings are crazy. Post your aim, post on Sunday, Monday through Friday. Yes, Jackie, huge weight lift. That gave me goosebumps. Okay, I've been trying to schedule out my weekend so I don't get stuck scrambling when I am with the family and enjoy the time off from being at our family business. Just yes. So I love that you brought that up too, because obviously with Zaya, there's no Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. Like it's not a job where you can do Monday through it. But I have always set a precedence on this team that I don't want people's weekends to be like full of working in Zaya. Like I think it is so important that we share that we can do this business being a full-time employee, being a working mom from home, being, you know, a college student, being fresh out of college. Like I want to show that we can work Zaya in all different aspects of our life. And most importantly, still have all the time with our family. So, that's so key. Like making sure that if you know you're running a party and it's running through the weekend, like make sure that you're scheduling so that you know that it's not going to interfere with your family. But I also think that involving your family is so important. I so often, like, I don't know, some of you messaged me after the call Tuesday night at the end, my son Jack said, Mom, you're good. Like it's so, and I always share with them, hey guys, I got a Zoom call right now, but I promise I'll be off at this time, or like making sure that you're kind of bringing them into your business. Like, hey, we're going to celebrate this. If I do reach this 3 by 2,500, we're going to do something super fun on Sunday as a family. We're going to go do this or that, or make sure you involve your family. Okay, guys, what else am I missing? I love that idea. Yeah, because it helps. Then when you get on the Zooms and stuff, they aren't as like, oh, Mom, you have another Zoom. They're more excited. Like, yeah, let her do it. Because if she gets another rep, we're going to do this. Or, you know, just make it fun for your family. Especially those, you know, all these college students that are joining. It's so awesome. I love that because it just, it's not just, I mean, anyone over 18 can do this business. And so I love the fact that we're getting a lot more younger people involved and knowing that this is something fun that they can add into their lives. When is the best time to start your VIP? Okay, so are you a new rep? Brand new rep? I don't know.
Sorry. Yes, I was driving, so I was waiting to take myself off of mute. Yes, I am. I just signed up on September 2nd under Lindsay on Lindsay Anderson's group.
Okay, so have you had a party? Did you sign up from hosting a party?
I did not. I was a customer of Lindsay's and then signed up, and I'm having my launch party right now. So I just didn't know when, how many customers should you have before you start your VIP? Should you start it? When's the best time to start it for, the best
Okay.
results?
So what I would suggest, which I think most of us have done, is that your launch party is going to become your VIP page. So after she's done launching you, you're going to kind of change the name, whatever your launch party is right now. If it's, so-and-so Zaya launch party, you can change that then to say whatever name you want it to be for your VIP. And then all of those people that are in your launch party right now become your VIP members on your page. And so it's a great way to transition right into your VIP page.
Oh, got it. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And so the people who have the invite that maybe haven't necessarily accepted it will still get notifications that it changed or whatever.
Yep.
Correct.
And then you can even send them like a private message to say, hey, I would love it if you join my VIP page, and send them directly that link to your VIP page in a message, because maybe they haven't seen the notification. Notifications are hard. Notifications get lost. People get invited to multiple parties, and sometimes they may not see it. So a great way for them to specifically see your page is to either in a text or a private message somehow send them that link to your VIP page, to your launch party.
Okay, great. I love that idea. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Okay, guys, we have 13 minutes left. Does anyone have anything else here to bring up? Anything in the comments that I'm missing, girls? Let's see. Should I take the initiative to create the launch group for my new rep, or tell them that they need to create their Facebook group for their launch party and then transition to their VIP page? Okay, so I'm going to share how I handle it. So I make it very, very easy for my new reps. So if they have not just became a rep from hosting a party, I will say, I'm going to walk you through how to set up your shopping link in your back office. And so I walk them through how to set up their shopping link. And I say, I want you to send me your shopping link. And then I create their group page for their launch party. I create the Post My Party using their shopping link. I create everything. I invite them to the launch party, and then I tell them as soon as their launch party ends, I'm gonna make them an admin. I'm gonna convert the page over to them. I'll remove myself as an admin, and then that becomes their VIP page. So I do everything other than create the shopping link, because the launch party, you guys, is the new reps shopping link. They're gonna earn the commission, and they're gonna earn the rewards from their shopping link because they are the rep. You are helping them by launching and doing the party for them or with them. Sometimes new reps are like, I want to do it too. Or sometimes a new rep is like, I just want to watch you. I don't feel comfortable. And so then I'll run the whole party for them using their shopping link. But you kind of have to talk with the new rep and see what they're comfortable with. Because some people are like, yeah, I got this. And they're like, I'm doing it. And, that's great. But some reps are, they want to watch you do it first. So that's what I do, Karen. And I think most of us on here, right, girls, do it that same way. You are welcome. Anything else, ladies, gentlemen? Oh, we got another one. Yes, I do too, Jackie. So this is going to be something we're going to try ongoing. Thank you, Christy and Robin, for having this amazing idea. We're going to try this going forward every Friday in September and October and see how it goes. And maybe it's something we'll continue in the future so that we can help new reps get going, launched, keep the excitement going, keep our teams growing, and do what we can to help all of you. And we're recording. We don't normally record question and answer sessions, but we are because we know that we can't catch everyone at this time. But we're going to try it this way just because we do so much stuff in the evenings, and this helps people not feel like their evenings are overloaded. You guys are all welcome. Anyone else have anything? Otherwise, we can.
I have one question for you.
Absolutely.
Can you go over if somebody needs to do an exchange, but You're not sure the item they want is going to be still there when everything gets switched up. What
Yeah.
can you ask for? What can you not ask for?
Yeah, this is such a hard one. So I have so many reps that do that. This is kind of a personal preference, how people want to do it. And I've done this both ways. Sometimes I will say, let's return the item and order what you want right now. Is that what you're saying? So like if they're scared something's going to be out of stock, is that what you're worried about by the time?
Exactly.
Okay, so then
That's the best suggestion.
So then I would say return it and purchase the new item right away. So instead of doing an exchange, like let's say they want a new release from Wednesday, and I'm thinking in the back of my head, okay, by the time I get this placed as an exchange and the Zaya receives our exchange, I know in my head that item's most likely going to be sold out. I will say that to them. I'll say, hey, there's the chance that by the time this gets back to our warehouse, this item might sell out. So we can do this as a return instead, where you return the item, and as soon as it gets to the warehouse, they're going to give you credit, and then you just go ahead and purchase that item you want right now so that you don't lose out on this item. Some people will do that. Some people won't because they don't want to have that charge on their card before the returned item gets credited back to their card. Okay, so Jackie's saying, when you process that return in the notes type, please process this as an exchange for item number, order number that was placed on this date.
I was going to add that same thing. I do 95% of mine that way, and most of my customers want to do that way. But you can also, in the special instructions, then when you enter a refund, you reference the new order number and they will credit their shipping. So I always tell them it's the exact same net result. Your shipping will be credited back. It's just whether you want 2 charges on your card or not. So just so you know that they will get their shipping refunded as well if they do it that way.
And they'll waive the
Thank you. That's what I want clarified.
Yep. So it's almost like you have to just talk through the options with your customer and let them decide which option they want to use. And I have customers that will do it both ways. But that's always a hard one. I do think Zaya's gotten a little better lately. Like our new releases aren't selling out like in 12 minutes. So we have gotten better, but some things do sell out and they just have no way of knowing which items are going to be the hot items. Anything else, you guys? Otherwise, this was awesome. I love starting my weekend like this. This is great. So we'll have our next one next Friday, whatever date that, next Friday the 17th, then Tasha Bading is going to lead that one. So it'll be the same time, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. so we can catch some noon hour peeps. And then we'll share all of these on our Connect page after. So after this uploads, I'll go ahead and share it. But if no one else has any other questions, you guys have a fantastic weekend. And thank you all so much for joining. This was super fun. Thank you all, and we'll see you next Friday. Or don't forget, Robin Eddy's training call, Dash to Director, Monday night. Note the time, you guys, 6:30 p.m. We're going to try a little bit earlier to catch more people because I know bedtimes are really hard. So we'll try that and see what happens. All right? Thanks, everyone.